Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I was super excited to film a tutorial using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This is their newest palette and it is actually the only palette thus far that will be permanent in their line. Usually all of them are limited edition. Even though it is not limited edition, as soon as I saw that it had actually launched, I immediately added it to my cart and ordered it, and it got here 2 days ago. So today was actually the first time I even opened up the box, the first time I looked at it, and I decided I'll go ahead and do a tutorial using this palette. So it's super pretty. It comes with 14 shades. Usually their palettes come with 12. So I absolutely love all the colors in this palette. These are all the colors I tend to gravitate toward, and it has a really good mix of like neutral, warm, cool, matte, and shimmers. So for me, I know that most of my looks have like a light color on my lid because my lids are hooded. I try to make them stand out as much as possible with brighter colors. But today I wanted to use some of the shadows out of this palette that were a little bit darker. So I did apply those onto my lid. So this is just a little bit different from what I would normally do. And I would consider this look to be like a really daytime appropriate smoky eye because it's so pretty and her shadows blend so well that anything that you do with her shadows are going to look really blown out and seamless. So I did do a talk through tutorial just so I could really explain to you guys, because I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a tutorial. I wanted to make sure that I'm still explaining things and kind of showing you guys why we're doing what. So I did do a talk through, so excuse the length if it is a little bit longer than my normal videos. I will be doing a comparison video between this palette and the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette because it does kind of have these same tones. So be on the lookout for that on my channel. It should be up either the end of this week or like early next week, but I just wanted to compare these two palettes because they're both really pretty. The Modern Renaissance palette retails for $42. And again, it is permanent in their line, so that's really exciting. If it is still in stock, I'll make sure to put a link down to their website in the description box so you guys can order one for yourself if you like this tutorial, because it is very versatile. I have a feeling I'm going to be able to get a lot of looks out of this palette, so I really like the way that they arranged all the colors and everything like that. The names are a little bit hard to pronounce, but who cares? So just bear with me through the video of me trying to pronounce some of the names. But I also wanted to feature the Becca Champagne Face Palette that Jaclyn Hill collaborated with them to create. This palette is so beautiful, so I wanted to put it in a video. So every single person in the beauty community has talked about this palette because it is literally so beautiful. The whole collection was beautiful, but unless you live in Iraq, then you probably already heard about this, but I did want to use it in the video. And then also, if you would like to see a more in-depth review on this palette, because this is limited edition, it will be launching again on June 16th. So if you guys want to see something more in-depth on this palette as well, then also make sure to leave me a comment and I will do that for you guys. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this wearable daytime smoky eye look using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, then just keep watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is actually the first time that I've even opened this palette. So this one says it's an essential eyeshadow collection with 14 shades, including neutral and berry tones. So those are like my go-to shades, or like the really fun like reds and dark browns. But this is what the palette looks like. Super pretty. This is like my color tones right here, all in one palette. So that's why I had to have it. So I love, love, love these shades. So I will be swatching like the whole entire palette in this comparison video that will be up on my channel next. But I'm just going to go ahead and do a look with this today. So to start, I'm going to take my Sigma E40 brush, which is my favorite blending brush of all time. And I'm going to dip into the shade Golden Ochre. I have already prepped my eyes with my concealer and set that with the powder so that the shadows will blend more smoothly. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and start blending that into my crease as a transition shade. I know that I say this in every video, but you always want to start with a transition shade just so the colors will blend more easily. And that's really important because you always want to start from the lightest color and work your way to the darkest, just because it's going to blend more easily. Your look is going to be really blown out and seamless, and that's what a lot of people want. So that's why it's important to have a really good brush and also start with a transition just so that everything will blend a lot more easily. Now I'm going to take the shade, I think I'm going to take the shade Burnt Orange, and I think I'm going to keep this look pretty neutral today. I'll dip into the other like pinks and the cranberry shades maybe in another tutorial, but today I'm just going to keep it neutral. But I love her shadows. Like, they are so pigmented and they blend so easily. So I'm just going to blend that in over my transition shade. As you can see, we are going to go from darkest to lightest, or lightest to darkest, as I just said. But this is so pretty already. Like, you can put on a little bit of mascara, and just this would be your look right here because it's so pretty like this. So now I'm just going to continue to blend. You just want to make sure that you really blend and take your time. again, so everything will be seamless and really blended. Now I feel like I kind of blended it up into my like brow space. Oh, I didn't zoom in, poop. Now I'm going to take the shade Tempera, which is basically like a satin matte. And what I'm going to do is use this color to clean up where I kind of brought the shadows up too high into my crease. It's going to kind of act as an eraser because it does have like a satin matte finish. I wouldn't do that with a shimmer shade. You could use another matte, but I really like the satin mattes for this kind of thing. I've been using Makeup Geek Mirage to do the same process in any of my other makeup looks that I've been doing. So it's just going to clean it up a little bit without, you know, adding in too many extra steps or having to go back and take it all off and restart. And now I think I want to add a little bit of purple. I'm going to take this shade Balm Fresco. I know I totally butchered that, but it's fine. So I'm going to take that pretty like lilac purple shade. It's kind of cool toned. It's really going to add a lot of dimension to the look because I'm using neutral, warm, and cool tones. So take a little bit of that and apply that into my crease as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and pop on a lid shade. And I think I'm going to take the shade Antique Bronze. I'm not sure if this is new to the palette or if this is actually a permanent shade already. It's in a single. I'm not for sure, but I really like this shade. So it's a pretty like purple shimmer. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and apply that with my finger as I always do with my lid shades. And just apply that onto my lid. I will go back and blend this out with a brush, so I'm not worried about being too precise with where I place it. And then I'm going to do the same for the other eye. Now to blend all that in, I'm going to take my Sigma E25, which is like a more precise blending brush. I also love this. I use these two brushes on a daily basis, my E40 and E25. I love these brushes. And I'm going to take a little bit more of the Balm Fresco eyeshadow and start blending that out. And now to add just a little bit more dimension in my outer V, I'm going to take the shade Red Ochre. I might mix that with Venetian Red, these two shades right here, just to add a little bit more pop and a little bit more dimension. Now taking my E40 again and the shade Burnt Orange again, I'm just going to go back over that and blend it out. And now I'm just going to take a tiny bit more of these two shades on this one eye because it's not as red as the other. And that's it for the eyes. I think I'm going to go back into Antique Bronze just to add a little bit more of that shimmer on my lid. Which isn't really shimmer, I guess you could say it's more of a satin. But it does have a little glitter reflex in it. So it is really soft and subtle. And now just for an inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the shade Vermeer and pop that onto my inner corner with my finger. Because since I did do a darker color on the lid, it is a darker look. And I just want to add a little bit more light back into the look. Now I'm going to take a pencil brush. I've had this brush for probably 4 years. This is the pencil brush B14 from Bundle Monster Cosmetics. It came in a large like set that my mom got me for Christmas years ago, and I've been using it ever since. So I think I'm going to take the shades Burnt Orange and Red Ochre and smoke that out on my lower lash line. So I'll take Red Ochre first. And then I'll take Burnt Orange and blend that out. And then I'm going to take this large Dumb eyeshadow and crease brush. This is the Studio 35 brand. I bought this at Walgreens probably 6 years ago, and I still continue to use it. But I'm just going to take that and the shade Tempera, and just put that onto my brow bone as a highlight. And that's also going to clean the look up a little bit more as well. And I want to blend a little bit more. Perfect. And now I'm going to move on to my eyeliner. I'm going to take the shade, I'm going to take the Balm Schwing eyeliner, which is super black, super matte, and it is not waterproof. So be careful of that if you're planning on crying or anything like that. Just don't wipe your eyes. I'm just going to take a little of that and do my wing liner. It does have a felt tip, which is so much easier for me. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same for the other eye. And now I'm going to apply some lashes. And I think I'm going to use my basically everyday lashes. And these are the Kiss number 11 lashes here. They're just a little bit more dramatic and long than the Ardell Demi Wispies. But I really love these. So I'm just going to apply a pair of these. And as always, I'm going to use my, my Duo Lash Adhesive. That's the brush on. And I also get some questions on how you actually apply lashes. So obviously you take the lashes out of the pack. I use the brush on adhesive just because it's a lot more clean. It doesn't make as big of a mess as the one that you actually squeeze out. Okay, so you're going to take a lash, and then I'm just going to brush on like the same amount. I put a little bit more on like the inner and outer corner, but you're just going to brush on a little bit of that. And then you're going to let it dry. Not completely dry, but get a little bit tacky. So I'm just gonna go like this. Wait about 20 seconds. With this glue, it goes on white with like a bluish kind of shift to it. So just the more blue that it gets, the more dry that it's getting. So you don't want it to dry completely or else it's not going to stick. But you do want it to be a little bit tacky. That way you have an easier application. And I just take it. Place the lashes where I want them. You don't want them too far over on the outside or else it's going to like push up against your skin and it's not going to look very natural. So I like to just play around with mine until I find the right placement. So I just pin them down. Until I find the right placement. If you're just starting out, like if this is the first time you're ever wearing lashes, I would recommend the Ardell 110s. They're very natural. I carry those in my kit for someone who wants a little extra, but they don't want to go too dramatic. And then the next step up from that for me would be the Ardell Demi Wispies. That's the first pair that I ever tried. And when you do apply lashes, it is very different because unless your lashes are just super long already, it's going to be a very drastic difference for you, and it really pulls together the look if you have a preference on wearing or not wearing lashes. So now that that's on, I'm just going to play around with them, make sure they're on good, and then move on to the other eye. Then I will use my mascara and just comb through my natural lashes to make sure that the natural lashes blend in with the fake ones, and then also apply a coat on my lower lashes after I apply eyeliner. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. Apply the glue, let it kind of dry and get tacky. And then just apply them with my tweezers. Same thing. Just lay them down where you want them. And then kind of just glue them down on the outside and the inside. Okay, now for eyeliner today, I'm going to take my ColourPop Brew-Haha liner pencil, which has been my go-to. It's just a dark brown, and I absolutely love the way that it looks. So I'm just going to apply that into my waterline. And then for mascara today, I'm just going to take my L'Oreal Telescopic, put a coat of this on my natural lashes, just a little bit to blend them together. when I'm applying the mascara in the front, like toward the front lashes, I really like to make sure that I apply a heavier amount of that onto my natural lashes, or a heavier amount of mascara onto my natural lashes there, just so that it really brings the look together. You don't want the falsies to just kind of stop right there. It'll kind of give you that like baby doll effect that just looks unnatural and kind of like drag queenish and dramatic. So I like to make sure that I really fan out my natural lashes in the front so that it all blends together. All right, now moving back to the face, I just wanted to use my Becca Champagne Glow face palette on camera. So I'm going to take these shades Amaretto and Rose Spritz. I'm going to mix those together for my blush. These are super pigmented and so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with Amaretto, but I just wanted to bring a little bit more color into the look with Rose Spritz, and it is kind of a shimmer, so that will also make it pop. And then for highlight today, I'm also going to use the same palette, so I'm going to take the shade Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop and just mix those together. And then apply those on the high points of my cheekbones, the center of my nose, and then I'm going to apply a little bit on my Cupid's bow, which is not something I do all the time, but I do it if I can actually remember to do it. And then before I apply my lip color, which I'm not really sure what I want to do today, I'm going to set my face with the Nye Final Seal setting spray. And for whatever reason today, I'm feeling like I want to do a glossy lip. So I think I'm going to take my ColourPop lip liner in BFF2 and outline my lips. And I'm just going to rub that together so that we have a harsh line. And for my gloss today, I'm going to use this Revlon gloss in the shade Supernatural 215. I follow a girl on Instagram named Meagan that kind of introduced this to me on Snapchat. It was on her story. It looked really pretty on her, so I thought I would go pick it up. And I will put her channel and her Instagram link down below in the description box so you guys can check her out. She does a lot of cool makeup looks, especially like the special effects kind of costume makeup she does, and she has a lot of cool videos on that, so I'll make sure to link her channel down below. And it's just a really pretty natural color, and I love like natural pinks. Super pretty for like every day, and also it's drugstore, so it costs like $6 or $7, so you can't beat that. But yeah, that completes this eye look for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this palette in action. It's so pretty. Just like a mini review, I already love Anastasia shadows, so I can 100% tell you that it's worth the money. I absolutely love the way that they've arranged all the colors. They did such a good job with like the selection. The names for me are a little hard to pronounce, but you know, I don't get out much. So I really love this palette. I'm definitely glad that I bought it. And here comes Grayson. He wants... Say hey, Gray. Oh, look, say hello. You don't want to say hey today? So that will complete this look. If you guys are interested in seeing how the Holy Grail palette from Violet Voss compares to the Modern Renaissance palette, just like how the colors are similar or like swatches or anything like that, then make sure to keep a lookout for my next video. It should be up either late this week or early next week. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.